Hello everyone, welcome back to DC Conversations. We're back again with yet another special guest. Special because the food that he prepares is way different from what you've had till now. Can you imagine cooking without onion and garlic? At least I can't imagine that. But when you eat at Sattvic, which is a Sattvic food restaurant, you wouldn't even miss garlic and onion, and you wouldn't even believe that there is no onion and garlic in that food. So today we have Chef Aditya Fatehpuria, who's worked in brands like ITC. Then he joined the ISKCON, where he discovered a new world of cooking, and then he ventured into this restaurant business where he makes Sattvic food for his guests. So let's welcome Aditya Fatehpuria to DC Conversations. Yeah. So tell us about your growing up years and food choices you made.
Hare Krishna. So, growing up years have been in Nagpur, where my family business was food business. We have been into a lot of food joints. We have been into ice creams, the Dinshaw's ice creams. The first franchise was our family. So we've been into this food business, and I've been growing up in this entire environment of food. So yes, growing up I was a foodie. I used to love eating, and then hence that made me to start cooking. And once I started cooking, I was there in my restaurants, in my family restaurants, cooking food and serving food, and I was enjoying all this during my growing up days. So till my 10th in Nagpur, I was doing this. After that, Bangalore.
So you were a chef with ITC hotels, which was catering to non-vegetarian food as well. But then you switched to Sattvic food now. So how did this happen? Is it also because of your Marwadi roots, or was there a spiritual reason behind it?
That time it was not about spiritual. It was that I was looking at growth. ITC was giving me a slow growth, whereas ISKCON called me, and I was a little surprised when I was getting a call from ISKCON. They found out that I am a Marwadi. I have done my hotel management from a very prestigious institute, working with a good hotel. So they wanted such a profile for their coming up restaurants and their kitchens and Akshay Patra kitchens. So that is when they contacted me, and when I went there, their vision was much bigger than anything that I could have imagined in my life or wherever I was working. So then that made me go towards that. And anyways, I was a Marwadi, so I was a born vegetarian. So for me, that transit was very easy and very smooth.
Yeah, but how did your family take it when they discovered that you were making non-veg?
So that was crazy. That was really crazy. I was not allowed to go with my chef coat at my house. So there was a laundry. So I used to change my uniform at the college lockers, give it to the particular laundry, and come home. And while going to the college, I was supposed to collect it and take it home. My knives and everything was not allowed in my house. It used to be in my bike boot, and that is how I managed my hotel management days.
So then how was the experience of transitioning from a 5-star chef to a full-fledged Sattvic food chef?
It happened gradually, basically. So what happened was, initially it was ITC. I was a very junior chef there, but I was growing up ladders slowly. And then I realized that, it was not about my capabilities, but something else. There it was not going very smooth, so everybody looks for a change. I was also looking for a change, but in a hotel industry itself. When ISKCON came, it came as a surprise, but it was a pleasant surprise, I can tell you. As soon as I entered ISKCON, my life totally changed from day one. I didn't have to think through even day two. It was day one that told me, yes, this is what I wanted to do in my life. Maybe that was destined for me, and as soon as I went there, I realized that yes, this is what I was born to do. And I loved it, I enjoyed it. I was there for 5 years in ISKCON, and those were the most fantastic days of my life.
And Puri Bhog is simple food. So what kind of opportunity was there for you to innovate? What was your contribution there?
At Puri, I got to learn a lot. Basically, Puri is epicenter of Sattvic cuisine. So Jagannath Puri serves only Sattvic food to all its devotees. So Puri was something that I learned from. I learned that what was our traditional food, what we were using, what ingredients we were not using, what we have innovated. So I got to learn a lot from Jagannath Puri temple. And after that I came to ISKCON. We had a food lab. We had a huge food lab where we were rediscovering the recipes. So where, if I got to know a moong bhat rice in Puri, I came here and maybe I changed it a little. With some modern ingredients which are Sattvic as per principles, but then not exactly what is used in Jagannath Puri kitchen. and made it a little more suitable for a youngster or for a person who doesn't understand what is Jagannath Puri. So this is what I did with Sattvic food.
So, what prompted you to embark on a entrepreneurial journey with Sattvam?
So I am a co-founder at Sattvam. My co-founder Arvind, we both were working with ISKCON, and there, I was into production and the entire operations of the restaurants. Arvind was with sales and marketing and business development, and both of us decided that now ISKCON is not a commercial organization. They wanted a prasadam restaurant, they opened it, and then there was no scope to grow. Both of us wanted to grow. Both of us wanted to take this entire Sattvic journey together to a bigger audience. So that is when we decided, okay, we both will move out and start something on our own. And this is how Sattvam. But we have been fortunate that we got a lot of support from ISKCON. Until today, we both compliment and patronize each other, and we're very glad that ISKCON has been so supportive about it. ISKCON Bangalore.
Nice. Yeah. So in Ayurveda, food is categorized as Sattvic and Rajas and Tamas. So could you just tell us more about it? Do you believe that this actually is the categorization? I mean, does it
First
work?
of all, Ayurveda and Sattvic are two different things. Ayurvedic is medicinal food. It is more to do with your body, whereas Sattvic food is more to do with your soul. So Sattvic food is as prescribed by the Bhagavad Gita. The principles of Bhagavad Gita, that what should be cooked, what can be offered, and what can be had by a human body for their spiritual and their enlightening growth of the body and soul. So Sattvic food is not Ayurvedic food, is first thing. Yes, of course, the Sattvic, Tamasic and Rajasic and Tamasic, these are the three categorizations of food as per the principles of Bhagavad Gita, and definitely Sattvic is where you feel lighter. You are more, you can practice your spirituality easier once you are in a Sattvic diet, because Rajasic food creates little denseness in your body, and Tamasic is all about aggression. So for a normal human being, these kind of diet is not recommended. What is recommended for people like us, for a businessman, for a service class, the recommended food is Sattvic food. So this is what I've learned from ISKCON and from the Bhagavad Gita, that I've little bit, I've read and understood, and this is what I preach now, and this is what I follow.
Yeah, and modern science, and mostly if you go to doctors, they would say that vegetarian food. There's no, vegetarians suffer from vitamin B12 deficiency. How far do you agree with it?
Technically, I don't know much about this because I'm out of meats for a long time right now, and I was there for a very short period in that category. But I'm 43 and I'm on a vegetarian diet all my life, and right now on a Sattvic diet. My recent reports suggest that my B12 level is fine. So I'm not sure that how far this goes, and I've seen a lot of my non-vegetarian friends taking B12 shots. I don't give a statement here, but this is the fact what I am seeing right now. So I don't see it. It might be a body to body, or it all depends on your lifestyle. Right now, for me, B12 is not an issue, and I am a vegetarian.
So, other than Sattvam, there are also other restaurants who are actually coming up with this temple food concept. Is it a new trend that you have noticed? Why do you think there's a shift in the way people are, preferring food?
Temples have always been the epicenter of food in our entire civilization. Initially, entire civilization was around a temple. So first there was a river, then there was a temple, and then there was the civilization. Temples decided what we eat, how we eat, when we eat, and as per that, the entire civilization was developing. Now, in the recent past, all this has, and as you see that the circle keeps coming and going, keeps coming and going. I see a lot of change because finally temple food is, soothing for your body and soul. Once you have it, you feel peaceful. Anybody for that matter, I've taken them to, I go to a temple called Mirkote, where the Puliogere is most famous. And, I have the food from the temple kitchen. It is the best experience that one can, have in terms of temple food. So when you eat at Jagannath Puri temple, anybody for that matter, a vegetarian or non-vegetarian, atheist, anybody eats that food, they'll feel the difference, in their entire body, the changes that they feel, the hormonal changes. It's so soothing, it's so calming down that, everybody loves that. And I think that is the reason people are more shifting towards temple foods and Sattvic food, and maybe a lot of other derivatives that have come out of these particular branches.
And that apart, what kind of trends have you noticed in food right now?
See, food is, I think it is getting innovated every day. I see innovation in every part of, the food, the service, the presentation, the modernization, everything. So everything is getting so innovated every day. So everybody in their own respective field is innovating their food. So I'm in Sattvic, I'm innovating my food. Somebody who's in Rajasic or Tamasic style of cooking, they are innovating their own food. So I see a lot of trend change. But yes, what I see is that people are more moving towards vegetarianism, veganism, and healthy food, Ayurvedic food, as you initially suggested. So people are moving towards these. The knowledge of Sattvic food is little less because we are not very spiritually inclined. Most of us are not, into the scriptures, or we have not read them. So that's why that knowledge is little less. But yes, whatever knowledge is available towards this kind of on Sattvic food, I see a lot of people converting towards Sattvic diet also.
Yeah, and vegetarian choices would, usually be paneer butter masala or anything with paneer. But you have a wide range of choices at Sattvam. What kind of research went into, of with coming up with such a huge offering? Like you have almost everything, and it is made without onion and garlic. So
So as I said, ISKCON gave me a food lab where 5 years my work was research. So I was researching and documenting the recipes. So there were thousands of recipes that were documented and handed over to ISKCON when I left. So I have that entire I mean that entire bank of recipes that I maybe created that time. And I see that a lot of innovation also happens every day. It's not about paneer, it's not about aloo, it's much more beyond that. And I see that this innovation is helping us create new recipes every day, and our guests are enjoying. I have more than 100 dishes on my buffet on offering every day, and my menu changes every day for 9 days. So that is how we have planned. So I have more than 1,000 dishes coming in a week at my buffet, and you will see the difference. You don't see paneer more than twice. So it's like that. So in 100 dishes, paneer is in 2 dishes. So rest everything, it's not repetitive. So there are a lot of ingredients. Yes, it has not been worked upon. I mean, I see non-vegetarians struggling with their choice of variety, but here in vegetarian we have a lot of variety. It's just that we need to innovate, we need to understand, and we need to believe.
So, what are the signature dishes that you have at Sattvam that nobody else has? Anything that, like that aloe vera thing that you've made?
Yes, so the aloe vera sabzi that I call it, Guar Patha Panchforan, is something that I have not seen anywhere else. The Kesar Tulsi Shikanji that I serve, not seen in many of the places. Most of the dishes you would see, except for the few dishes that are like the dal and paneer, the regular stuff which people want. We call it in menu engineering, they are called the cash talks. So they are there in the buffet because that is what people want to see. But then yes, if you see, we have a lot of innovation in our entire scope of recipes. We have authentic stuff from different places because I travel a lot, I eat a lot, and then I get those recipes. I served you a chutney which was from Barsana, made of meetha neem, also called kari patta. So these are the innovations that we keep doing and we keep serving. It's just that some people come with that mindset of understanding what goes in that food, and they understand. Some people just don't come with that mindset and they just have the food and then they leave. So our idea is to try and make them understand that what exactly we are trying to serve. So that is what we are right now focusing on, and I think in coming years people will understand what is Sattvic.
So, what's the future you have envisioned for Sattvam?
I would not say sky is the limit. I would say that we are targeting that at least in my span of running these restaurants of on Sattvic cuisine and the other branches that I want to try out with Sattvic cuisine. I would want that at least at least if not entire world, entire country should understand what is Sattvic food. Whether they have it, they don't have it, it's their choice, but they should understand. The knowledge on Sattvic food should be spread, is what I personally vision.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.